Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a block that is called Hayes Corner. And it is going to use this, I am going to use this fat quarter bundle that I got from Joann's not too long ago. They should still have it. It's loops and threads. I chose these three colors for today. And I'm going to start out with these two. For these two, I cut two 5-inch blocks. Might be losing my words. And I thought I was recording, but turns out I wasn't. We're making half square triangles, so I did just like always. I hope you've watched the previous one and know my style. I drew a line down from a 1/4 inch from each end. I did that right. I'm not sure why it's so much there. 1/4 inch from each end, and then from the corner, and then I sewed them up, and then I sliced it down the middle, and I ironed it open. And there we have our two half square triangles. I'm sorry you missed that. I just am not doing it again. So now we're just going to trim these up, and to do this, same as always, we're going to line up the diagonal as close to both edges up here as possible. Hold tight on it, trim it off, flip it around, and we're going to make it 4.5 inches. So now we're going to line up the diagonal again, the 4.5 inch corner, and then the straight line should fall right into place. Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and trim the other one as close to the edge as possible here. Make sure the diagonal is lined up the entire way. Oh, it's little me. To line up the 4.5, trim off the extra, and there you have it. So now we have two half square triangles with the yellow and the green. Now we are going to lay the purple to the side. We don't need it just yet. Actually, let's do that. It's made up of two separate blocks, and I think that's what's throwing me. So we're going to do one start to finish before we move on to the next. So out of this, we're going to need strips. We're just going to cut it this way. Let me iron this. This one's a little wrinkled since it was a fat quarter. So let me iron it there. Now we're going to slice it off even right there. Trust me, this isn't the way I would normally do it, but this is how we're doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, so we need this to be 2.5 inches. The strip to be 2.5 inches. So we're just going to line that up. If I wasn't filming, I would have probably, oh my gosh, you guys. I might have to stop. Did y'all see what I did? I just cut it with the rotary blade up. I might not be able to do this. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's try this again. We're going to unfold it, and now we're going to straighten up the edge here. Just line up your lines on the edge, make it straight. That'll make the edge straight. Now, if you're building this black block, I haven't been drinking, I swear. If you were building this block, like designing it and building it as you go, what you would do is you would measure this, which is 4.5, which I already knew that, but so you would take this 2.5 inch strip and you're going to cut 4. Nope, you're not. You're going to cut 2 4.5-inch strips. So we're going to line up the straight edge down here and then the 4.5. You're going to cut 2 of those. All right, lay those to the side. We are going to iron this with this crease in it. I might have to cut another strip. I don't know that this is long enough. But we're actually going to wait. I'm going to show you the whole process if I was just building it from scratch. So this is going to lay like this. So we're going to take these and we're going to lay this one here and this one here, and we're going to sew those together. So I'm just going to fold it down, pin it. I'm not sure I want to dance with the sewing machine today with the way I'm going, but I'm going to try it. All right, pin it. Now we're going to sew these straight down, and I'll be right back. Sewing them up, I think. Iron it open. Okay, so now the next strip will be the length of this, which will come to 7.5 inches. So now we're going to cut 2 more that are 7.5. I'll have to cut another strip. I'll do that off the camera to spare you the drama, the damage, whatever. So it's just going to lay. Where did I get 7.5? 6.5. Maybe I should quit, you guys. I'm going to attempt to finish this one. Actually, I'm just going to pin it and sew it, and then I'll trim it off at the end. And I'll show you that way too, I guess. So you're just going to pin it down there even with the purple. Pin it a little ways down in the middle, and then again at the end. And I'm going to off camera cut another piece and pin and sew the other one, and then I'll be back to show you that block. All right, I've done that. I actually wanted to show you, I ironed that bad. I cut the other one a little bit bigger also because with the day I've been having, I wanted to make sure it was going to be right. So we're just going to trim that off. No big deal. And if you're not sure of yourself and your measurements, cut it a little big. There's no shame in that. This is a big enough piece, so I'm going to save it for my scrappy quilt. And we're going to iron this open. We're going to iron it open this way. Oh my goodness. I was going to film 2 or 3 more videos after this, you guys, but I think I'm going to give it up for the day if I get this one finished. So there's block 1. This one block is made up of 2 little ones, 4 little ones, but 2 different ones. So that's the first one right there, and it's going to lay just like that. But for now, we're going to lay it to the side. And now we're going to do a couple of 4 patches. And for that, actually, let me go ahead and cut this. For the second block, you're going to need 4 of these that are 4.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them, and then we're going to be done with the purple. And I can get it out of my way. Let's see. All right, so those are already ready off to the side. Now we're going to need these 2. Now we're going to cut strips out of them also. And I'm going to do it the same way I did the other one. Again, if I wasn't filming and I had more space, I would open it up and do the full length. I would use my bigger ruler. But since I'm using this space, it's risky, especially given my day so far, my filming day, rather. Let's open this up. This one I already cut some off of because I was using it for the other one and it didn't turn out right. So we'll cut one of it. Okay, that should be all we need. If we don't, we'll come back for more. So we're gonna unfold these and iron them. Because we're gonna sew these together. Now you could, and again, if you're only making the one thing, the one block, or if you're making different colors or whatever, if you only need one block of this, I would trim this down to 10 inches because that's what you need. 2.5 by 10. But I'm just going to sew it together because I use it for other stuff too. However, first I am going to need 2.5 inch squares from this green for this block also. We're going to lay that to the side. And now we're going to take these and pin them right sides together. And we're going to sew them up lengthwise. Guys, I apologize for being all over the place and crazy in this video. If you have any questions or if I've missed something or whatever, just ask it. Okay, so I've done that. I've ironed it open. Now I'm just going to trim up the edge. I lined up the straight line there on my seam line and just trim it off. Now I have a straight edge to start with there. So now we're just going to cut off 4 of these that are 2.5 inches wide. And I'm going to use this because I like having the extra space there. So for that, actually, when I do this, I line up the 2.5 inch there, and the 4.5 inch will line up right down there. And then the middle line, of course, is lined up also. So we're just going to cut 4 of these. Two more. And last one. All right, see now this, I'll just lay it to my scraps for my scrappy quilt, or I might use it for, I might make another 4 patch, you never know. So we are just making 4 patches, so we're gonna lay them opposite and line up the seam. We just need 2 4 patches. And we're also gonna pin this other one, and then we actually are gonna go ahead and pin one of the next ones too that go with this block. Line up the seam. And then we're going to take our 2.5 inch squares here, and 2 of these purple rectangles. These are 2.5 by 4.5, and we're going to line these up on the short end, and we're going to sew those also while we're heading over to the sewing machine. All right, I'm going to go sew all these up, and I'll be right back. All right, I've sewn these up. Iron them open. Doesn't matter which way. You have the same amount of seams on either side. All right, so now we're going to take, let me grab this other one real quick. I left it on the sewing machine so I didn't have to. I'm going to iron it to the purple so I didn't have to cut my threads. So what we want is, we want these green to line up in a row. So we're going to take the purple one here. I just need the one to show me. So we're going to take the purple one here and we're going to line it up on this side. And we're going to pin it there and we're going to sew down the side of it. That way when I come back, those are both done and I can show you the last step, and then we'll put all 4 blocks together to make our one big block. I'll be right back. Here we go. Let's iron that last one open to the purple. These are also going to go to the purple, and if I did it right, oh look at that, whatever. If I did it right, oh that didn't even line up, but you know what I say, it's still going to keep me warm. Okay, so now this is where we got to make sure we do it right, because if you do this over here, it is not going to line up right. You want it on this side, so it is green, green, green. So now we're going to lay this down, and I did do it correctly, so they go opposite ways. We're going to pin it. And here. And then this one, again, make sure you're looking and it's green, green, green. It's okay if you mess it up. You'll just pick it out and resew it. But if you can help it, make sure. All right, I'm going to sew these up and I'll be right back. All right. If we've done it right, if I've done it right, you haven't done it. Well, I don't know. You might be following along. Do you guys follow along and sew with me, or do you watch it and then do it later? Let me know. Okay, so now we have 2 of these that are exactly the same. And we have 2 of these that are exactly the same. Oh, look, that would be a pretty block, and then you go all the way around. I like it. This one would do it too then, wouldn't it? Nice. So many different possibilities. But anyways, that's not what we're doing. So we're going to take this and go there. And this one is going to go here. So they're going to be opposite. And then this one, you're going to put this in the middle and this in the middle. And then we're going to sew these 2 together and these 2 together, and then we'll sew the whole thing together. But for now, I'll just sew those 2 and I'll be right back. All right, you guys. So another variation of this block would be if you did the half square triangles the other way. I'll show you. Look at that. I am all over the place today. Is if you turn this around and the gold was next to the green there, would be another way to do it. That would make like a little bow tie in the middle. Maybe I'll make one like that too. Would you like to see another video on the same thing? Or maybe just post a picture. All right, so there you have it. If you turn those around, it would be like, these would be gold, so it would be like a little bow tie and then a bigger bow tie, like a double one. But that's not what we did. So now we're going to, oh my gosh, I ironed them the wrong way. Yeah, I'm not going to film anymore, you guys, today. This is terrible. It's not terrible. I've had fun. I don't know if you guys have had fun watching me with all this chaos. But I've had fun doing it. All right, so we're just going to pin that and sew it all the way across, and then I'll be back to show you the final product. All right, I've done all of it. Some of it correctly, some of it incorrectly, and had to redo 3 or 4 times. There's no shame in it, you guys. So there it is. It's a Hayes corner. It's a variation of Hayes corner. I'm going to do another one with those 2 switched. Let me know if you want to see that, or you could look at on my Instagram. I'll put a picture of it up there. I'm thinking about starting a Facebook group. If you guys would be interested in that, maybe chatting or whatever, let me know. Anyways, there you have it. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, suggestions. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you make the block, and I hope you love it. And I will see you in the next one.